Hi, friends. This is Chris.
Gigi.
Welcome back. So we got to talk about some of the crazy things going on today. And Yeezy's here. Yay! um, first, the question would be: would you work for the mafia if suddenly the mafia took over your job? That's the question. Would you do it?
Yeah, but this time the mafia is your president.
Yeah. And you could even argue that we have two mafia bosses, both Elon and Trump.
Yeah.
But that's the situation that actually Americans are facing right now. Let me explain the scenario. I'll explain the AG also. It's in New York. There was a mayor, Eric Adams, his name. He's really corrupt, basically taking a bunch of bribes. Okay, and essentially the New York lawyers, the government, had a case against him. They were basically going to take him to trial and like, hey, you're corrupt, that kind of stuff. And here's the thing. Now Trump's going to deny this, but I'll just tell you kind of how it looks. Is that Trump offered Eric Adams a pardon, basically saying all the court cases will go where?
Yeah, delete.
Yeah, delete, go away, right? But this is what Eric Adams had to do. He would have to be tough on illegal immigration and kick out all the illegals, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. So what happens is that the government lawyers or the Department of Justice lawyers basically quit. I think it's like 6 of them now or something like this. It's something like that. First it was one, it was like the main one. And then she wrote this like long letter.
See.
And then everyone's like, I just don't want to be a part of this because they're basically kind of saying we think he's guilty.
Yeah,
Like,
everyone know he's guilty.
yeah.
You're kind of a lawyer, you protect the law.
Right.
You follow the law.
Right.
But you, this government, your boss tell you to do that. Break the law. Your duty is not important. And plus, they're a lawyer, so they're smart.
Right.
Other jobs.
Right.
So
Right. So that
they can leave.
So that's something that Elon like he tweets out every day making fun of government workers. It's kind of weird, to be perfectly frank.
Break to be a government, part of government.
Yeah, and actually, it's kind of funny about Elon. His Twitter.
Yeah, he wants to go to the White House with the president, president desk all the time.
Yeah.
Even his kid,
Picks his nose. We say booger. Booger's a nerd.
Booger?
Yeah. Puts his booger on the president's desk.
Yeah.
Or on his dad's desk if you want to say it that way. But guys, that is the question that many employees are facing right now because it's not in this situation. It's in many of the government agencies. Is do you want to work for Trump, who may ask you to do criminal acts, right?
Yeah, but that's ridiculous because some of them they work like 10 years, 10 years, 30 years.
Right.
They're gonna be there only 4 years, hopefully.
Right.
So they don't want to leave their basically that was their life, right?
Yeah. And the other big problem is that these are probably like people who are there a long time would be your best people because they have the most experience. What's kind of awkward about the way Trump and many Trump type people they talk is like, I'm going to come in. They use the word swamp. Do you know what that means? Swamp is like where the alligators live. Like it's really hot and it's like a it's a swamp where the alligators live, basically. What's that?
Many people doesn't know. I'm Korean. I'm his wife, so sometimes we have to check the word.
Yeah. And like sometimes people write in comments, "Oh, Chris, you're so dumb. Why do you have to tell her?" I know it's weird. Don't pay attention to that. But anyway, so yeah. So they say swamp because actually Washington D.C. Used to be all swamp.
Oh yeah.
It was like really hot, a lot of bugs everywhere, and then basically they built our capital there because it was cheap land. That's where you build, the capital. Anyway, so going back to this, so the fundamental problem then is that Musk and Trump will say all these people who've been in government for a long time, they're awful because everything's so bad and we got to, throw them out. And then their solution is, well, there's two. One is find people who are loyal, who we say kiss the ring. Do you guys say that in in Korea?
Or we used to you're doing this too much and you don't have fingerprint.
Does that mean like bow?
Like you don't.
What does that mean? I don't know.
Like you don't get so.
I don't know.
Oh, you want to do that? Oh, I can do that.
Oh, so when I'm like your servant, I do this?
Yeah, kind of.
I didn't know this, dude.
Behavior,
Oh, okay. And I don't know, for you guys who watch like Korean dramas or other types of dramas, is that the behavior of servant? Is like when you want to serve the king, you go like this?
To have an expression.
Okay.
And we just kiss the ass.
Yeah. We understand that kiss butt. So, so for Trump and Musk people, they want people who will kiss their butt or say kiss the ring. They actually give loyalty tests, which is supposed to be illegal. So when you
You do that.
okay, so we actually have the question too, because what it is when you apply for a Trump job, people will basically say, "Hey, I just applied for the Trump job. They interviewed me." They'll say stuff like, "Who is your real boss?" Seriously. And so the actual answer you should say, "I serve the people. I serve the Constitution. Right? I serve the country." But when they say, "Who is your real boss?" They want you to be like, "Oh, I serve Trump," which is really awful. Another thing they'll ask you is like, "Who really won the election?" Seriously, they ask you like another one will be on January 6th is when the bad Trump people attacked the Capitol. They'll say, "Who were the real patriots?" So patriot means like people who love their country.
I see.
Right? It's like they ask you these kind of questions, and that's actually been reported before the election and now after, because actually it's actually really funny. I did made a whole video about this. Trump said his biggest mistake was hiring people, because his first time when he was president, he hired people and they would come out and say how bad he was. Do you understand?
Yeah,
So he's the one who's responsible for hiring people, but like this time around, he's like gonna make sure he hires loyal people.
I see.
That's the most important factor for him is loyalty.
And
Yeah, it's not about quality; it's about loyal
but
yeah.
these quality people, they're not gonna loyal.
Well, you should be loyal to to the Americans, to your country,
Yeah,
to the Constitution, not to Trump. So that's why the Trump stuff is so terrible. Because the best way to describe it, because I've been trying to explain to people who don't understand this stuff. If you guys don't know, Musk and Trump went to my school, and I went to school with Ivanka. So it's not like I don't know these kind of people. I know. A lot of people don't realize they're gangsters, basically. But the best way to think about why it's so dysfunctional is that if you're a mafia boss, the people that want to work for you are like really greedy. It's so if you're greedy and all the people that want to work for you are greedy,
pretty.
it doesn't end well, right?
Yeah.
That's why like think of your favorite, we say bank heist movie.
And that's basically became Gotham City.
Yeah. It's basically Gotham City. So think about what's that?
Marvel, Batman, Superman here. So
Well, there hopefully is, and the American people will see that there's enough people that can see the truth, and that's actually the biggest problem in USA right now. And I can say in many countries is that the truth is hard for people to know because they're confused by Elon on social media, or they're confused by Mark Zuckerberg on Facebook, whatever. They can't understand. Like old people, they think it like, oh, I saw it on the internet, therefore it must be true. They don't know how to like have any critical thinking. So there's that, right? So that's the question: would you work for the mafia? Another issue that we have is the whole. And you saw the video. Elon Musk's kid goes to the White House with Elon, right?
not just that, with
Yeah.
India
Oh yeah, Prime Minister. Yeah. So
two wives,
yeah, that was kind of weird.
or one wife, one nanny. Even that is
I think I think. Well, let's say. So the word.
not wives, the ex-girlfriends, I guess.
I was gonna say that we have a new. Well, I don't know if it's a new word. We didn't use this word when I was a kid, but we say baby mama these days. Baby. Yeah, I don't remember hearing that when I was a kid. But these days we do. Yeah, we say baby mama. Do you guys have that concept? So it's not your wife, it's not your girlfriend, it's just your baby's mama. I don't know. But anyway, some people pointed out that when Musk went to go meet the Prime Minister, Mrs. Modi of India, that he sort of is just acting like the president. So some people don't like that. Um,
It's already
yeah, he's already.
no, he's doing that everywhere, not just India, I think.
Yeah, he had another big kind of meeting
Maybe
conference.
maybe
that?
he'll have his own like president chair in the the Trump office.
Well, Time Magazine already put that on their cover.
Oh, real chair.
There's got two chairs behind there.
And he's the one gonna be higher.
Oh, it could be right. I think Elon might be taller than the guy. They're both actually pretty tall.
Yeah, pretty big both of guy.
Yeah. So, but the Elon thing, he just made a deal with Dubai. Now this is actually supposed to be illegal, where if you're like working for the government, that you're making contract to other countries, that kind of stuff, like it.
The department.
Well, so they made him a special employee. So right now he officially works for the government.
But
What's that?
one person can do everything.
What do you mean?
Each member has their position.
So
That you can do that.
yeah. So here's the thing about Elon, which is kind of funny. His job title. Did I tell you that? The actual name of his job
Yeah.
is unlisted. The actual name of his job is unlisted, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
They kind of do like kind of joke kind of stuff.
Everything's joke these days.
Yeah.
You know, the start with the big red hat, MAGA hat, and the babies everywhere.
So the MAGA hats, what Yeti's referring to, is they were wearing really big hats inside the White House. Sorry, in the Oval Office, I should say, in particularly, and it's kind of disrespectful, right?
It doesn't matter. I don't.
What's that?
I'm not a person that you have to wear a suit everywhere, but that's kind of White House, and he's
Yeah.
wearing this t-shirt and this jacket and this thing.
Baseball cap.
Yeah, baseball
in the White House.
Joke.
Yeah.
Cap.
Yeah, it seems inappropriate.
And you know, taking your baby, not even kids, babies everywhere.
Correct. Now the funny thing is, in contrast, because we always make fun of Fox News because they're basically hypocrites. So they got upset when Obama wore a brown suit because they would always say, "Well, presidents wear gray suits. Why are you wearing a brown suit?" Or they get really upset if Obama wouldn't wear an American like pin on his suit. Like, why is he wearing? Don't you love America? You're not wearing it. It's like I actually don't care that much about the pin or the color of your suit, to be honest. But going in the White House wearing a baseball hat while giving a press conference, bringing your kid, wearing your kid, not just bring your kid, but wearing your kid, like his kid's on the shoulders. Like all this stuff is pretty ridiculous. Yeah, it's all pretty ridiculous. But this is the world that we live in, and a lot of it fundamentally boils down to if a person believes that Elon Musk is a genius, and if you believe that Donald Trump is a business person, right? A good business person, that is. I would agree he's a business person, but I would say he's clearly not a good one. But
yeah, he's not successful.
it depends how you define success. So
He's president.
yeah, he's president. We know who he is. Yeah. No, he's famous. It's funny. So there's a website called YouGov, and they divide it into two categories. So one category is famous, the other category is like popular. So famous means like we all know your name.
Yeah.
Popular means like do we like you?
Yeah.
Right. So it's actually kind of funny. Elon's popularity is really going down. A lot of people don't like him. So if you're watching this, you're probably not alone. And actually, he's starting to make Korean news too. Because do you remember he tweeted about the Korean president situation, right? Or occasionally he'll.
No, it started Olympic. You know, like we did.
Oh, the gun thing, the gun thing. Yeah, there was her name was is it Yeji too? I think.
Yeah, her name. Oh no.
Yeah, her name is Yeji also. I think. Or is it Yejin or Yeji?
But that was the other girl.
Oh, is it okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Elon was if you guys watch the shooting, Korea has like a really good shooting team, and Elon was tweeting about that. Yeah, they tweet about it every now and then. Actually, which is really interesting. Elon's popular in China, and so is Musk. Oh, sorry, Musk is popular in China, and so is Trump. So do you know why?
I don't know.
So basically, they just like rich people.
Oh, yeah.
So the idea of ethics or morals or anything like that is not really that important to China. It's like Chinese cultural thing, and they actually worship Elon's mom. They buy her book. They like Ivanka too. They just worship rich people. If you've ever been to China, you'll see it.
China, we don't really report every news like USA. So people doesn't know actual who is Elon, who is Trump.
Oh,
No, we think they're powerful. They're they got power.
right. It's actually the same as Fox News, to where they're not going to show the kid, saying shush. They're not going to show the kid picking his nose. So you wouldn't really know. Because sometimes people ask me like, what do people in Korea think about like Musk or Trump? We have our own problem. So
own problem, really, the serious problem right now. So we don't really care about
what's the basic problem right now?
impeachment.
I know. Explain to them. They don't know.
So our president did the impeachment.
Okay, so it started back with.
Yeah.
So what's the martial law basically?
Martial law shut down the government.
Right, and then the military takes over.
He tried.
Right.
but he failed. So
And then,
now
yep,
he's in the court
yep,
trial every day. The funny thing is, what what he's trying to say is, oh, they didn't listen to me, so I had to do that, but it
right.
was failed. So
So therefore, it's not a crime, I guess.
I tried.
Right, right,
I try to, I try to let
yeah,
them know, please, listen to me,
right,
but
right.
it fails, so it's not guilty.
He also said he's really, really sorry.
I think so now.
So that's what he said. Oh, no, he changed it now. Before he said he was really sorry.
But he has to say that,
I know that's why it's funny.
but I don't think so.
The other issue we have, which is kind of interesting, and it's actually comparable to our first topic, is there's an issue with Yoon, is the president of Korea, is did people have like a meeting before the martial law or not?
Yeah,
Like, did they plan it or not? And who was at the
the
meeting?
martial law.
Yeah,
Every member of not Congress, there's
we say cabinet.
their cabinet, they
Yeah,
have to agree with
yeah,
it.
yeah.
It have to be proper meeting, has to be.
Right, right,
Many of them, most of them, they say no, it wasn't a meeting. There was no proper
right, right.
meeting. The agenda.
Yeah, yeah.
His friends who went to same high school, they said, "Oh yeah, that was a proper meeting."
So we're gonna find out on that one. That's an interesting one. But it's gonna be the same kind of stuff with Trump things. Like you have to understand how the world works is basically like you try to get away with the crime, right? And then after you get caught, then you try to pretend, oh, we just did it by accident. Oh, we're just really, really sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all their fault, it's all their fault.
Yeah.
But if you can prove they all had a meeting ahead of time, right? Because if you guys watch murder mystery shows, it's always like that. Like, did they plan to kill someone, right? Was it just by accident? That's kind of stuff. And so that's essentially what we're going to see with the whole Trump. It must have been like already where I think it's 25 days already. I think already something like that. Yeah.
Guys, I don't know what you
What's that?
guys doing. So let them do.
Well, they should be arrested by now. Well, the problem is,
You guys just
what's
let
that?
them just ruin your country right now. People start, keep cheating
Yeah,
and
yeah.
have make bad decision right now.
It's a serious problem.
Oh, but what are you doing?
That's what we keep saying. What are we doing?
Yeah, but you gotta do something.
So basically here's the challenge right now. Here's the basic challenge. So all the top Democrats are actually calling Musk into Congress. As we say testify, like come in
Yeah,
to
but
Congress, right?
keep denying problem.
Right, and then Trump has the court and the basically kind of we'll say legal system on his side, so they're not going to do anything, and it's really awkward. So it feels like so like many people say, but I'm kind of one of those people also is like you would think okay, so shouldn't there be like another power, be it the Supreme Court, be it the FBI, the CIA, somebody because it's like they're just doing things that are just like crazy illegal.
Yeah, but he started firing FBI and CIA.
So what basically what happening right now is probably going to stop them is people sue because you can still sue. So for example, if Elon Musk fires you, you can sue Elon Musk, right? That's going to what's up.
It's also Trump a lot,
A lot.
He's president.
Well, that's what we're going to find out. So that's where we are right now. So because that's a good question. You said, what do we do? So right now, basically what's happening is people are getting sued like a lot, like really a lot. Like I'll just give you a couple examples. So like one would be, can you arrest someone in a church? Right? Like so.
And White House.
Well, okay. The church one is like if there are illegal immigrants in the church, like doing church stuff, and the churches say no, you can't just come into church and arrest people. So that'd be another example. Another example would be like if Elon personally steals my tax information, could I sue him? Just for example, or another example, if what's that?
Steals the government information.
Yeah, or not even steal it. Just for example, let's say they download it onto a hard drive that's not like secure,
Yeah.
and then someone hacks it. Can we sue that? There's a lot of like laws that you're supposed to follow when you do in government work. There's like really a lot. What's that?
There is a law. So
Law for all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
So he's breaking all kinds of law right now.
He is.
Doing nothing.
Well, we're gonna find out. I mean,
like 4 years later.
Hopefully sooner than later. So the age is a little bit more cynical than I am. I think the main thing is when they break something, people are going to get pissed. So, like, for example, if people don't get their Social Security or their VA,
and they're doing thing again, so they're pissed again, and they're doing bad thing again. It doesn't matter. It's like
you're not helping. The AG is not helping.
now that feels like USA.
Yeah, yeah. But you're kind of expressing the frustration of many people is like, why does anyone stop this guy?
Yeah.
But this is sort of why
So
this is why you have to stand up and you have to tell
so
people what the truth is. What's that?
stand up and
Right away, right away, right away. He was arrested within like, I don't know, was it 2 weeks maybe? It was pretty fast. Was it fast?
No, the month.
Okay, because
He was hiding in his.
he ran away to his house, basically, was stuck in his house. Well, they tried to arrest him a couple times, but
We did, we what took the law right away. Just he wasn't accept to go to the court.
oh, right.
Now a couple of times that we had to arrest him.
Yeah, because he would refuse. So
Yeah.
anyway, I know we talk about a lot of topics when we have these conversations, but it's fun to like have an honest conversation with you guys. So anyway, we'll talk about it next time. So bye.
Bye.